Today I'm going to be editing book 3. So I'm writing 5 books in 5 years, and we are on book 3. I'm querying book 1, not of the same series. This is a different book. This one's called The Submerged. It's a YA sci-fi dystopian. I am really excited for it because I think it's just so good. I started querying literary agents on January 16th of this year. It's March 2nd, so we're about like 40 some odd days in. In total, I've sent 49 queries. I have 13 rejections and 33 open. I did a lot of research on how to write a query. I watched hundreds of videos on TikTok of those live query critiques, and I wrote my query letter. I had it professionally edited. I bought like a query critique, and I submitted my first round and then waited for feedback on that. I'm going to write a query letter for the book that I'm currently writing, and I'll take you through how I'm designing that query letter and putting like that package together. In this book, they have a saying, "Welcome to the hydrosphere. May the ocean have mercy on your soul." So that's what we're going to open with, because we want to create that like intrigue of like, whoa, this sounds interesting. I want to keep reading. After the intrigue hook one-liner, I like to go with comps. I went to a live query workshop where the literary agent said that when he's reading letters, he wants to have the comps and the genre and the word count up front so that he can kind of set the tone of like, what am I reading? I don't have a word count yet, so I've just left that in like brackets, but I wrote The Submerged is a YA dystopian sci-fi novel, complete at word count, combining the voyeuristic horror of The Truman Show with the moral stakes of Dry by Neil Shusterman and the underwater dystopia from The Light at the Bottom of the World by London Shaw. It explores surveillance, complicity, and what it means to watch suffering and do nothing. After that, I will go into actually telling the story. So what is the book about? That's usually like 2 or 3 paragraphs. You don't want to be vague in your query letters. I definitely, my first query letter, I was like, I don't want to give spoilers. And so it was really vague. You want to explain what the book is about, make them feel, understand the characters, what kind of emotion you're going to be writing, set the tone of how you write so that when they dive into your manuscript, it should read very similar to the query letter. And then the best piece of advice I got was for the bio. I went to one workshop where the agent said, in your bio, I want to know why you are the best person to write this book. Like, what qualified you to write this book? And that kind of just changed the way that I wrote my bios. With this book, I'm going to hit more on the aspect of how I feel so strange in this world right now, where I open my social media and we see war and death and all of these things, and we're just watching it, and then we scroll and we move on. And it's like, who is the villain in this story? Is it the people committing these atrocities, or is it the millions of people watching it who are complicit with these atrocities by just witnessing them? And so that was really why I wrote this book, was because I was struggling with that. And I thought, this is such a weird concept that it feels very dystopian.
On the surface and one underwater, with complex characters that want to, I like the idea of like a whip pan, cut to the word count, zoom in really fast on the words.
I really like that, the high energy.
The board showing people.
I can put all 4 things
Yeah.
in, and I point to them and I'm
Put
like,
in
this is
name
Corbin,
tags.
this is...
Maris.
No!
What?
Oh, that literary agent that I was so excited for, she said she's not the right person for the project.
I want to know why.
She said, thank you for sending me the pages. I read them carefully. I'm just not the right person for the project. So that's a wrap on today, and I had so much fun. We got so much stuff done, even with the rejection that came in that I was so looking forward to. I still feel very optimistic and very excited about the 5 books in 5 years that I'm writing and this whole journey to becoming a full-time author. I'll see you in the next one.